Hello fellas. Welcome back to Top 5 Choices. This is Haley from Top 5 Choices, and I hope you all are doing good. In today's video, I am going to do a detailed review and pick the top 5 best smartwatch, 2022. After doing proper researches, we came to the conclusion that meets the best in terms of overall. Kindly leave a like if you find this helpful, and I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications if you haven't. We will be also providing affiliates link to purchase from Amazon. Kindly use it for best offers and purchase from anywhere in the world. We'll be back with more videos. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 3 features a tweaked design but is still meant to look like a classic watch, similar to the previous model. It has a circular dial with a rotating bezel, but instead of two flattened buttons on the right, you get traditional-looking cylindrical stubs. The Galaxy Watch 3 is available with a 41mm or 45mm dial, and both variants are built using stainless steel. You can also opt for Bluetooth or LTE models in each dial size. LTE variants have a thin red band on one of the physical buttons. Samsung doesn't offer any choice of watch straps, and all variants ship with a leather one. These can easily be swapped for other straps if needed. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 3 uses a 1.4-inch Super AMOLED display with a 360 by 360 resolution and Corning Gorilla Glass DX for scratch protection. The display is excellent, with good brightness, punchy colors, and sharp text. The watch casing is IP68 rated for dust and water resistance, and also boasts of military-grade durability with a MIL STD 810G certification. The 45mm version of the Samsung Galaxy Watch 3 is only available in Mystic Black and Mystic Silver. If you fancy the new Mystic Bronze color that Samsung is advertising heavily, you'll have to settle for the 41mm variant. In the box, you get only the watch, a wireless charging cradle, and some documentation. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 3 clings to the charger using magnets, but the base of the charger can also magnetically stick to metal surfaces. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 3 is powered by a dual-core Exynos 9110 SoC, and has 1GB of RAM and 8GB of storage, 4.3GB usable. There's Bluetooth 5, Wi-Fi N, built-in GPS, NFC, and sensors such as an accelerometer, barometer, gyroscope, ambient light sensor, and heart rate sensor. There are red LEDs and an infrared sensor on the bottom of the watch, which are used for estimating your blood oxygen, SpO2, level. The LTE version that I have for review supports an eSIM for 4G connectivity, so you can receive notifications and calls when you're away from your phone. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 3 has a 340 mAh battery, which is said to offer a little more than 2 full days of typical usage. At first glance, the Versa 3 looks identical to its predecessors, but a closer look reveals a few design tweaks that make the new device a bit sleeker. In fact, a change in the color of the aluminum chassis makes the Versa 3 look rather elegant. The soft gold case is neutral, but a black option keeps the Versa 3's universal charm. The change in chassis color isn't the biggest design change though, it's the size of the screen. The display is now a larger 40mm AMOLED panel as compared to the 39mm on the Versa 2, with a higher resolution of 336 by 336 pixels. The Versa 2 is 300x300. It's a bright, crisp, and very clear display that looks absolutely stunning even at its dim setting at pretty much any viewing angle. The bezels, though, still remain quite thick, similar to the Versa 2. Navigating through the menus and apps via the screen is also a walk in the park. Not once did the screen lag during our testing period, and swiping to bring up different functions works remarkably well. Another design change is the side button, or rather the lack thereof, and it's perhaps our biggest complaint about the Versa 3. Instead of a physical button, there's a capacitive indent on the left side of the watch that, when pressed correctly, sends a short vibration to indicate you've activated the smartwatch. It's located below the lip of the chassis, so you need to feel for it, and finding the exact spot to press is not especially easy. We've been using the Versa 3 for over a month now, and we still need a few tries to find the exact spot. Thankfully, you don't always need to use this inductive button to interact with the watch. You can set the watch to wake with a tap on the screen, then swipe to bring up whichever menu you need. That said, there are shortcuts, like bringing up Alexa, that can be set on the watch, and these require either a tap and hold or double tap and hold action to activate them. And they can be frustrating to bring up due to that button inconsistency. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 is a slimline smartwatch with a design that sits comfortably on your wrist. If you're looking for something a touch chunkier, or you'd like a rotating bezel, you should opt for the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. For those looking for a slimmer design, the Galaxy Watch 4 offers that, with 2 buttons on the right-hand edge and little else to detract from its sleek looks. It comes in 2 models, one with a 40mm watch face and another with a 44mm body. Both models are made of aluminum. The dimensions of the 40mm model are 40.4 by 39.3 by 9.8 mm with a weight of 25.9 g, while the 44mm is 44.4 by 43.3 by 9.8 mm and weighs 30.3 g. The screens on both Galaxy Watch 4 models look bright, and we found them easy to read. The resolution is also impressive, with the 40mm watch featuring a 396 by 396 resolution and a 44mm model taking that up to 450 by 450. That's 330 pixels per inch for both models. One unique feature of the Galaxy Watch 4, compared to other smartwatches, is its virtual rotating bezel feature. There's no physical rotating bezel here, go for the Watch 4 Classic if that's a feature you want. But you can run your finger around the black bezel of the screen to rotate through menus and access different features. Each model is also IP68 water and dust resistant, which means you can take them into water up to 5 meters deep. A word about the supplied watch band though, it's made of a new material that may not handle intense workouts well, as we found it left something of a rash on our wrist. You may want to invest in a band made from different material if you regularly wear your watch to the gym. Color options vary between models, too. The 40mm Watch 4 comes in black, gold and silver, while the 44mm model comes in black, green and silver. The Galaxy Watch Active 2 is a dead ringer for its predecessor, the 40mm version, anyway, since the new smartwatch is also available in 44mm, which is more manageable than the Galaxy Watch's hefty 46mm bigger model. As it stands, both options are pretty light, starting at 26G for the smaller aluminum, without a strap, and 30G for the larger, present, but not weighty when worn during a run. Like the original Active, the basic Watch Active 2 has an aluminum body. It comes in cloud silver, aqua black, and pink gold colors. You can also get it in stainless steel, which is what the LTE model comes in, for a higher price, which comes in silver, black, and gold. The cheaper model comes with a rubberized fluoroelastomer band, which you'll recognize if you've ever worn an Apple Watch material that felt natural through casual and sweaty activity, and would be fine worn sunup to sundown, and beyond. If you want a classier look and feel, you can opt for the heavier, by about 11G, stainless steel body with a leather strap, but you can also swap out any Samsung sold or aftermarket 20mm band if you so desire. In either case, the watch's back has a heart rate monitor with 8 photodiodes, double the amount of its predecessor. In our tests, it gave reasonably accurate readings. The 2 side buttons are also the same as before, a back button on top, which is now outlined in some case colors, and a home button below, which brings up your apps. While double tapping the latter brings up Samsung Smart Assistant Bixby by default, you can, and should, set it to something more useful, such as a shortcut to a frequent favorite. The Active 2's 360 by 360 resolution Super AMOLED screen is slightly, as in 0.1 inches, expanded to 1.2 inches over its predecessor for the smaller 40mm model, meaning less bezel this time around, while the larger 44mm option has a 1.4-inch screen of the same resolution. The Apple Watch Series 7, there aren't lots of flashy new features here. By far the most notable change is the new screen, which is 20% larger by area than the screen on the Apple Watch Series 6. To accommodate it, the bezels have been shrunk to just 1.7mm, so it looks more than ever as if the pixels reach right to the metal frame. With the larger screen, and Apple has slightly changed watchOS so that it fits even more on the display in one go, and has added a QWERTY keyboard for the first time, so that it's a bit easier to respond to messages from the watch directly. I'll talk more about the effect of this later in the review, but it's actually a bigger deal than it appears at first, and may affect what size of watch you choose to buy, and may make the Apple Watch more useful for more people in a really meaningful way. The screen also a second notable trick, which is that it's now much brighter when in always-on mode. i.e., when you don't have your wrist raised. Apple says it's up to 70% brighter than Apple Watch Series 6, and this is genuinely useful. Again, we'll cover it more in the next section. The other change you'll notice most is the new faster charging puck it comes with, which features a USB-C connector on the other end. Apple says that it's 33% faster for charging, and that just about tracks with our usage. Again, we'll explore everything to do with the battery in a later section. The more subtle changes are that the case is now dustproof and is rated to IP6X, and that there's a new redesigned chip powering inside, known as the S7, though don't expect drastic changes in performance.